Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm going to break down my running back rankings for week 14. Let's get started. First we have Christian McCaffrey. I think CMC should top the running backs this week. Brock Purdy hyper-targeted him last game and he should see plenty of work this week. If there's anything to make me leery, it's that this looks to be a low-scoring game. I think San Francisco should have control of the game and that should allow CMC to get even more touches. Second in my rankings is Josh Jacobs. Kind of a moot point, he's already played on Thursday night. He showed his studliness and got 16 or more points depending on what type of league you're in. He's got an upcoming bye week and we still need to pay attention to his finger and calf injuries, but he looks to be a strong play going forward. Third in my rankings is Austin Eckler. He's playing at home against Miami. He hasn't been popping off of late, but he's one of the few backs that's game script proof. Should be lots of points scored given the recent game history of both teams. I could see him being the running back one this week. Fourth in my rankings is Tony Pollard. He's playing at home against an atrocious Houston team that's been the worst against the run. He's got big playability, can just about take any runner pass to the house. Zeke could scavenge some goal line carries, but both should be able to eat well this week. If there's any negatives to this start, it's that I could see Dallas not taking this game seriously and it being surprisingly close. Fifth in my rankings is Derrick Henry. He's playing at home against Jacksonville. Figured this should be a low-scoring game, but of course Henry is the centerpiece of this Tennessee offense. Jacksonville's defense is middle of the pack statistically. Despite being blown out by Detroit, they didn't give up too many yards to the Detroit running backs. 4 weeks ago, Josh Jacobs was 17, 67, and 0. I wouldn't expect him to go nuclear, but it can always happen. Sixth in my rankings is Nick Chubb. He's playing at Cincinnati this week. Given Deshaun Watson's performance last game, I would expect Cleveland to lean a little harder on the run. Despite the 46.5 over-under, I could see this being a low-scoring game. Figure he'll get plenty of volume regardless. Also, given Watson's red zone interception last game, I can definitely see Chubb getting lots of work there. Seventh in my rankings is Joe Mixon. He's playing at home against Cleveland. Cincinnati should be in control offensively in this game. However, historically, this offense has struggled against Cleveland. They haven't beat Cleveland since 2019. Being his first game back and Perrine's performance last week, I could see this backfield being more of a split going forward. Eighth in my rankings is Saquon Barkley. He's playing Philadelphia at home. Looks like he won't probably play because of a neck injury. If he does play, the game script doesn't bode well for him. He's a good receiver though, so he should see some work in the passing game regardless. Ninth in my rankings is Dalvin Cook. He's playing at Detroit. This game is lining up to be a shootout given the weak defenses. I think he'll either have a really good game or a dud. Detroit has been playing well of late, so I can see him losing work from being behind. Regardless, he should see 12 to 20 carries. 10th in my rankings is Ezekiel Elliott. He's playing at home against the terrible Houston defense. He looks to be a better goal line back than Pollard. He's been looking better as a runner of late. He should have plenty of red zone opportunities this game though. 11th in my rankings is Ramondre Stevenson. It's a Monday night game at Arizona. He's a good running back on a terrible offense though. Arizona defense has been stingy of late against the run. It's a good thing he's becoming more of a catalyst for the New England offense. This should be a close game, and he's game script proof even if it's not. 12th in my rankings is Isaiah Pacheco. He's playing at Denver. Given his increased touches, it looks like Andy Reid is gaining confidence in him. Given the Denver offense is historically atrocious, Kansas City should be in control of this game. Only worry is how much time McKinnon will see given that he's been scavenging some of the goal line carries. Regardless, the game script should let the Kansas City running backs get plenty of work. 13th in my rankings is DeAndre Swift. He's playing at home against Minnesota. Like previously stated with Cook, this game should be a high-scoring game. Williams has been featured more of the goal line back, but Swift is the better receiver. The game figures to let both rack up plenty of points though. 14th in my ranking is Deonta Foreman. He's playing at Seattle, coming off a bye week where he should have gotten a little healthier. Offense is looking a little better with Darnold as quarterback. Feels like most analysts are down on him because of the 2 down games against good defenses. The Seattle defense has been giving up lots of points to the running back though. I figure Carolina should hang around in this game long enough to let Foreman rack up some points. 15th in my rankings is Jamal Williams. He's playing at home against Minnesota. He's been feasting at the goal line, and it bodes well for him given the weak Minnesota defense. Carries could be reduced if Minnesota jumps out to the lead. He should get plenty of opportunities to score regardless. 16th in my rankings is Miles Sanders. He's playing at the New York Giants. Historically, he's been a very inconsistent running back with this Philadelphia offense. The game script favors getting enough work though. Could see this game getting out of hand and all the Philadelphia running backs splitting carries. He has the potential to bust as well. 17th in my rankings is Najee Harris. He's playing at home against Baltimore. Looks like to be one of the lower scoring games of the week. He's been playing well of late. The savage stiff arm against Atlanta sticks out in my mind. With Lamar being out this game, both offenses look pretty bad. We can always count on him getting plenty of volume though. 18th in my rankings is James Conner. He's playing New England at home on Monday night. He's been getting a lot of work lately. Wouldn't expect New England to have a big lead in this game. New England is also pretty good against the run. Historically, he's one of the running backs that could have 25 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. 19th in my rankings is Dameon Pierce. He's playing at Dallas. The game script implies he's one of the worst running backs to start this week. However, by far, he is the best offensive player on a bad Houston team. I expect Houston to surprise and be competitive long enough to save his fantasy value. 20th in my rankings is J.K. Dobbins. He's playing at Pittsburgh. Hasn't played since week 6. If he plays, he's the best back on this Baltimore team. Earlier in the year, we saw Gus Edwards get plenty of work in his first game back. Some risk regardless, with the offense minus Lamar Jackson. 21st in my rankings is Travis Etienne. He's playing at Tennessee. I have my doubts that he's 100% after leaving early in the Baltimore game. Jacksonville got blown out by Detroit last game and didn't perform well for fantasy. Also, I'm leery of this Jacksonville offense with the Lawrence foot injury. 22nd in my rankings is Jeff Wilson Jr. He's playing at the LA Chargers. Who knows what's going on with this Miami backfield. Of Wilson and Mostert though, Wilson is the one I'd rather have because of historically he's getting the most carries. That trend has reversed recently though. He's a high risk, high reward running back against the Chargers team that's weak against the run. 23rd in my rankings is Devin Singletary. He's playing at home against the New York Jets. Inconsistent with the running back one in Buffalo being the quarterback and Josh Allen. James Cook has been getting more work of late. The New York Jets won this matchup early in the year with the running backs not doing much. Also has the chance to pop off on a good Buffalo offense. 24th in my rankings is Bam Knight. He's playing at Buffalo. Michael Carter looks to play this week and figures to get some of the work as well. It's hard to say how much though. Knight looks to be the better of the two for fantasy right now. 25th in my rankings is Raheem Mostert. He's playing at the Chargers. Yeah, Wilson or Mostert, who knows. At least he's attached to a high-powered Miami offense. Always leery of Mostert due to injury concerns, but he can always break a long run for a touchdown. And it's a great matchup against the Chargers. It's just a matter of who gets the work and how much. 26th in my rankings is Cam Akers. Yeah, he played on Thursday night against Las Vegas. This is where I would have ranked him before the game. He went 12-42-1, but he's attached to an injury-ridden, poor offensive line Rams team. I wouldn't depend on him too much going forward given the amount of total yards against the poor Las Vegas defense. 27th in my rankings is Latavius Murray. He's playing at home against Kansas City. He's a starting running back for the worst offense in the league. At least he's starting, right? Against the Patrick Mahomes offense, it might be one of the worst game scripts other than the Houston side of the Dallas game. If they do make it to the goal line, at least he'll be the one to get the carries. 28th in my rankings is the starting Seattle running back. Playing at home against Carolina, this looks to be Travis Homer right now. The Seattle run offense has been pretty good this year. The game script and matchup bode well for Homer, or whoever, to get plenty of work. 29th in my rankings is Rachaad White. He's playing at San Francisco. This is the worst possible matchup for a running back. I'm ranking him over Fournette because of the matchup and game script. Brady showed in the New Orleans game that he trusts him to catch the ball. Should see some work even if Tampa Bay decides to abandon the run. 30th in my rankings is James Cook. He's playing at home against the New York Jets. He got more volume and yards than Singletary last game, and the touches weren't in garbage time. If he gets most of the touches this game, going forward, I'd be more apt to start him with a little more confidence. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos.